Thomas Edison once said, "Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time." I give up on today's episode of Real Life Talks with Brandon. Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another episode of Real Life Talks with Brandon. I'm Brandon, and it's so good to see you all once again. I know this episode was a little spontaneous. There was no major announcement. It just kind of popped up. But either way, I'm glad that you are here. I hope you are following us on Facebook or here on YouTube, even though, there hasn't been much content lately, and I'll kind of explain that here in just a little bit. But we'd love to know who's out there listening and taking in all these real life talks. And of course, we always say, hey, if you ever have a question that you always want to have answered, email us at kid.beege@gmail.com. That's kid, K-I-D.beege, B-E-E-G-E, at gmail.com. We would love to answer your questions, especially here on the show. And of course, you can always be anonymous if you want to. We don't want to put your business out there like that. But I'm just going to kind of dive right into today's episode. If you saw the title, I'm sorry if it was a little misleading. I don't want you to get worried. But our title is simply today just 3 simple words, and it's I give up. And it's easy to say they're simple words, but they're not. They're actually hard. They actually hold a lot of power if you think about it. 9 out of 10 times when you hear the words I give up, it's simply because whatever you're going through, whatever you're facing, it's a lot. And it's a lot to the point that you can't do this anymore. And instead of rolling with the punches even more and keep on going and enduring as much as you can, at some point in time, you're simply saying, I can't do this, and you throw in the towel. Think about it. In boxing, it's a tolling experience on you, taking punch after punch after punch, some of them hard, some of them soft, some of them going right to the head, some of them going to the stomach, the side. I mean, you were getting beaten up publicly. If you think about it, publicly, you are getting beaten up. And a lot of times when we take punches, we don't get the honors of a helmet or gloves or anything like that, or a mouth guard, or it's simple enough that at some point in time, after a while, and you keep going round after round, sometimes the boxer has to be like, I've had enough of this. I can't do this anymore. So they give the signal to the referee and say, you know what? I give up. I can't do this. You win. You win. There's even times that the coach from the sidelines will even see their leading star taking so many punches, and they see the signs that simply say, can they keep going, or is this the point where they have to stop? And at some point in time, the coach will take the towel, and that's what the term, throwing the towel. They'll take the towel, throw it into the ring, and that's the sign to the ref. That's it. Stop the match. They can't do it anymore. Stop it. And the bell goes off. Ding, 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 ding. And the game's over. The other boxer wins. And sometimes it's hard to do that. To give up. We don't want to. We really don't. We really want to fight it out, and we have this hope of things getting better, or that we can turn the tide, and sometimes it does happen. The tide does turn. But then there's times when it's just way too much, and you know what? We just simply have to say, I give up. And can I start off by saying it's okay to say that? It's okay to say I give up. It's okay to start afresh and start anew. It hurts. I get it. The numbers of times I've felt like I've given up, and I felt like the worst person in the world because I'm not the type of person to give up. I fight it through, and I push to the end, and I keep going. But there's been times where I've been like, I can't do this. There's times where I've left certain places early because I'm like, you know what? I don't have the strength for this. I can't do this anymore. I have to, you know what? I need to go. It's okay to retreat and go back and either A, rethink the course, or B, take a different direction. It's okay to give up sometimes because sometimes it's healthy for you. Now, please understand, I'm not saying that I'm giving up this channel. That's not where this speech is going, because I want to kind of change your ideology for a second, if I may. If I may throw my hat into the ring here and throw my name in the hat and change your thinking here for a second. There's some thinking I want to change because, to be honest with you, if we're going to be 100% honest, yes, I have thought about times where I've been like, you know what? I don't get this opportunity to do this channel as much as I want to or stream as much as I want to because of things in life. And there's been times I've done the streaming and I've done the channel and I've looked at the results, and sometimes it's not the results I want and I get discouraged. I'm thinking, why am I even doing this? Why am I even going for it and keeping on doing something that I feel like I'm only doing for myself? And there have been times where I've been like, you know what, maybe I should just give this up and just, you know, go back to a quote unquote normal life. But if I may, in these next few moments, can I change your thinking? Can I give you a different direction to go? Because earlier, just a few seconds ago, I said to you, it's okay to say I give up. And to give up, you know, with the flag and just the situation that you're going through. But what if I said, it's okay to say I give up, but not giving up in the moment, not giving up in the situation, but what if you gave up the very thing that is causing you to hold back? What if you gave up the stumbling blocks, the things that are holding you down and holding you back? What if you gave that up instead? If it's the situation, I get it. But instead of giving up and not doing it at all, what if you gave up what was bringing you down? Let me explain for a second here, because you're probably like, isn't that what you just said, though? Let me explain this for a second. It's funny. If you are in this season right now, you know, practicing in Christianity and things like that, and you are in this season we call Lent, usually in the Catholic faith, on Ash Wednesday, it starts the Lenten season. And at the beginning of Lent, you're called to give up something for 40 days. Now, for some people, like, oh, well, I'll give up my job for 40 days, or I give up, you know, they're like, I give up something, you know, ridiculous. But the real meaning of it is sacrifice. It's a season of sacrifice, and you're supposed to give up something of sacrifice. So some people, they give up soda, they give up sweets, they give up something that, you know, coffee. For me, if I were to give up Celsius, I'd have a problem because I can't live without my caffeine and stuff like that. So that would be a problem for me. So during this season, you're called to give up something that is of great value to you. For some, when I say these three words, I give up, and then followed by something that's bringing you down, let me get deep for a second. What if you said out loud, I give up doubt. I give up the inability to believe that I can do this, that I can make it through, that I can indeed push forward. What if you gave up, not in the situation, but what if you gave up the discouragement? What if you gave up fear? I know you're saying, Brandon, this is so much easier to say than it is to actually do. But at the end of the day, what if you gave up the very fears that were stopping you from trying something new? To move to that new place, to try for that new job, to try and have a new experience that you've never had before. What if you gave up what everybody else would think about you? What if you gave up that kind of power? That's what I'm talking about, giving up. What if you gave up the power that is holding you back? It's time to give that up. You don't have to give up. It has to give up. It's time for you to stop letting every voice, every doubt, and every fear hold you back from what you are really capable of doing. You are capable of doing so much. And I know some of you are sitting here going, yeah, you can say that. It's easy behind your microphone and your headphones. You can say that. But you don't know what it's like. No, I've been there. Just recently, a couple weeks ago, I did this. I did this. It was called PowerPointless, and I got up on stage for 5+. I was supposed to get 5 minutes, but it kind of carried over. Or I spent 5 minutes talking about mac and cheese. And I'm going to post it here on the channel, so you'll see it after this episode, or hear it after this episode. But I stood on a stage for 5 minutes and talked about, of all things, I did a slide presentation of mac and cheese. And let me tell you, I was scared poopless. Some of you may not believe that, but I was. Because I've never done anything like this before. To get up in front of people, I have no idea who they are, I've never done anything like this before, not to expect. And, there are a couple things that are going like, are you really going to get up there and talk about mac and cheese for 5 minutes? And you would be surprised by the end of it, how many people loved it and thought it was amazing, but meanwhile, the whole entire time, I'm just sitting there going, do I really want to do this? Is this something that I'm really... And let me tell you something. That voice right there, that's what we need to give up. That little doubting voice that says, are you sure you want... That doubting anxiety. It's okay. Let me tell you something. It's okay to step outside the box and do something that is outside of the comfort zone. And let me tell you something. If you mess up, it's okay. We all mess up. We all stumble. It's okay in that moment to retreat and go back to the drawing board, or retreat and go back and think, okay, how did this work? How did this not work? It is okay to go back and take a look at everything and be like, okay, you know what? But in this moment, you can't give up. You can't give up this ability to step outside and be you. To be what you are your God-given talents, your creativity, your uniqueness. You can't give that up. You cannot give up being you. So, I would like to offer you an exercise. I did this actually a couple years ago when I first got into my position, and I was meeting with my team, and I told my team we're headed somewhere new. We're going up and yonder and above. And I remember getting this word that said, uh, "You are not called to." I've got it written down somewhere, so I'm probably going to botch it, but I'll maybe post it. That you are not called to set limits, but you are called to be limitless. You are called to do so many things that you can't just let it all dwindle down because of what people might think, what people might say, what even you might say about yourself. It's time to give that all up. It's time to throw it away. So here's an exercise I want you to do. I want you to get a piece of paper, piece of scrap paper, small, big, whatever have you, and I want you to write down what's been holding you back. I want you to write down what you've been afraid of, what you've been scared of. I want you to write down the things that are keeping you from moving upward, forward, and beyond. And you can even, if you don't want to put it all in one sheet, I know we got to save the environment. Love y'all. We do. But also at the same time, you can take that one sheet of paper and actually rip it up into different pieces of paper. So there you go. Environment for the day. You can, I want you to write that stuff down, whether it be on one big sheet or you can rip it up into smaller pieces and write each one on each piece of paper. And then I want you to do one of two things. If you can do it safely, because it has a little bit more power to it. If you can do it safely, I want you to take those items and I want you to burn them. But if you can't do that safely, the other thing I want you to do is I want you to take it, crumble it up, and I want you to throw it away. And when you throw it away, it's gone, and I don't want you going back for it. That's why I say burning it's better, because you definitely can't go back for it if it's burning. But I told my peeps, we're not going back to what was. We're moving forward to what is. So to do that, you have to give up whatever is holding you down, holding you back, and you've got to let it go. Doubt, fear, anxiety, judgment, disbelief, so many things. I did this actually this project a couple times with a couple people, and you'd be surprised by the answers that somebody wrote down one time. They wrote down unforgiveness. They were like, I'm tired of being, this person that doesn't forgive. There might be times you need to go forgive somebody to be able to move forward to the next thing. And you know what? That's okay. I think we've already talked about that, but if we need to talk about it again, we can. But it's time for you not to say, I give up, which I understand. In some moments you need to give up. That's okay. I'm not saying you cannot give up. But what I'm saying is, in some of those moments, it's time, instead of giving up, it's time to give up what is holding you down, what is holding you back. And it's time for you to move upward, onward, and forward and be the best darn person you can be. Stop letting people hold you back. Stop letting your thoughts and fears hold you back. Stop letting anxiety hold you back. It's time to move, baby doll, baby boy, baby girl. It's time to move. It's time to keep moving forward. So today, I want you to change your thinking. Instead of saying, I give up, I need you to add something to the end of that. I give up my judgment, my anxiety, my fear holding me back. Today is the day I give up allowing what other people think of me. Today is the day I give it all up, and is the day I am moving forward, upward, and onward. I'm about to be the best fill in the name blank version of me yet. So that's it. That's today's real life talk. I'm just about out of time, but I need you to move forward. I need you to get up there. I need you to give up everything that's holding you back, and I need you to be the best. We need you. We need you. So, be the best version of you can be. And I need you to take that with you wherever you go. And I need you to share this with you wherever you go. So if you feel like someone needs to hear this today, I need you to hit that share button. I'm still working on YouTube, so bear with me. So share this. Send the link. Share it out. Send it to people. It's time we get this message out here. That it's time for people to be the best version of them they can be. And it's time to give up all this anxiety and doubting and fear and give it all up so we can be the best versions of us we can be. If you want to join the conversation, make sure to leave a comment down below. Also, if you've got a question or anything you want to message me, don't forget kid.beej@gmail.com. kid.beej@gmail.com. We'll even read your comments live on air. We are so excited for what's happening here. So forgive me if I am not posting enough. Life is kind of crazy, but I think I'm going to need to take my own message today and say, you know what? I give up, allowing time in life to just kind of hold me back from getting to do these awesome real life talks and getting content out there. So go out there, be you, boo, and be the best version of you yet. Give up all that junk and be the best version of you can be. And this has been a real life talk. I love y'all, and there's not a thing you can do about it. I'll see y'all next time. Love you, kids. Bye.